Alright guys, today we have possibly one of the most exciting videos I'll ever be releasing in the history of my channel, because today Sony has finally made the official announcement letting us know when they will be hosting the first ever proper PlayStation 5 reveal event, and it seems as though it is in fact going to be focusing on games. They announced it today, and it will be happening next Thursday on June 4th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Now they have a little write-up on their blog here that we're going to go over and discuss, and I want to just take a moment here to say that I am not all that surprised by this announcement today, because I had a very good feeling, a gut feeling, that Sony was going to be announcing this today. Not that I have any inside information, because of course I do not, but it just seemed to me that all signs were pointing to this, and some people doubted that Sony would actually be willing to announce this the same week that they hosted a State of Play dedicated to The Last of Us Part 2. However, I just had this feeling that this was the week, and here we are. Turns out they wanted to wait till Friday, and guys, I couldn't be more excited. So before we get into this, if you could do me a big favor, hit the like button to show your excitement for this, finally, the official announcement, and it's happening next week. And make sure you hit the subscribe button as well so you don't miss any future content. And for those wondering, yes, I will 100% for sure be streaming this event on June 4th, so I hope to see you here. Hopefully we don't run into any technical issues, but either way, it's going to be an exciting time, and I can't wait to experience it with you guys. So let's read what Jim Ryan had to say here. He is the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. He says, with each generation, from the first PlayStation to PlayStation 4, we aim higher and we push the boundaries further to try and deliver better experiences for our community. This has been the mission of the PlayStation brand for more than 25 years, a mission I have been part of nearly since the beginning. There are few things as exciting as the launch of a new console. While this road to launch has been a bit different, we are as thrilled as ever to bring you with us on this journey to redefine the future of video games. We've shared technical specifications and shown you the new DualSense wireless controller, but what is a launch without games? That's why I'm excited to share that we will soon give you the first look at games you'll be playing after the PlayStation 5 launches this holiday. The games coming to PS5 represent the best in the industry, from innovative studios that span the globe, studios both larger and smaller. Those newer and those more established all have been hard at work developing games that will showcase the potential of the hardware. This digital showcase will run for a bit more than an hour, and for the first time, we will be all together virtually experiencing the excitement together. A lack of physical events has given us an amazing opportunity to think differently and bring you on this journey with us, and hopefully closer than ever before. This is part of our series of PS5 updates, and rest assured, after next week's showcase, we will have much more to share with you. Please join us on Twitch or YouTube on June 4th at 1 p.m. Pacific time to see what's in store for the next generation of games. I hope we can make you proud. So there you go, guys. It doesn't get any more exciting than this. We are finally going to be seeing some PS5 games. Now, there's a few interesting things that we can gather from this. They put here on their blog post a picture of the DualSense, very clearly the DualSense controller, and interestingly enough, it's all black. There seems to be no white. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if they decided at the last second to go with the all black rather than the black and white two-tone, or maybe you're going to have different options at launch. I do find this interesting, and I think it's pretty clear that the black DualSense controller will be available. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown it here, so I find that interesting. What I also find interesting is they're not letting us know directly whether or not we can truly expect to see the PlayStation 5 console itself revealed. We can assume that we're going to, but it's still kind of up in the air. He doesn't explicitly say it here. However, what he does explicitly let us know is we will see games. We will see games from both big studios and small studios, and obviously he's not going into great detail of what studios are going to be there, what games are going to be revealed. All that's going to be saved for the June 4th event, but it does seem like they're going pretty big here. It's going to be, as he said here, a little bit more than an hour long, so that to me tells me they're going to have a lot to show, especially if this is just focused on games. That tells you right there we're going to see a lot of games, and it sounds like it's going to be incredible, guys. I mean, he says here at the end that I hope we can make you proud, and you know, there's no doubt there is a lot of hype surrounding this, guys. There is a tremendous amount of pressure on both Sony and Microsoft, but there's just no doubt in my mind that people going into this PlayStation 5 reveal event have a certain expectation when it comes to quality, when it comes to seeing things that really just kind of blow their minds and really bring their hype levels up to the next level. Now, something else I do want to share with you guys that I think is very relevant. We have been talking about this, but we have even more information here. Granted, this doesn't officially come from Sony, and it'll be interesting to see if anything has changed, but I basically have a report here that says Sony plans to focus on what is possible with PS5 games running on real hardware for the PS5 reveal event. Now, as I've said, this is something we have been covering and talking about, but it seems to be the general understanding of people who are aware of Sony's plans that this is what they're planning on doing. It says June 3rd is now less than a week away, and barring any changes due to the ongoing situation with the world, everything is unpredictable. That's the day we should learn something more about the PS5. So obviously we've already crossed that bridge here and now. We know it's going to be on June 4th, apparently not the 3rd. And so it says here that we should learn something more about the PS5 according to recent reports. According to one of those accounts, once again from VentureBeat's Jeff Grubb, Sony saw the negative response to Microsoft's Inside Xbox gameplay showcase for the next generation Xbox and took quite a few notes. The company will lean on PS5 games that are actually running on PlayStation 5 hardware when it starts showing what players can expect next gen. The particular detail comes from a report on VentureBeat backing the recent Bloomberg story from Jason Schreier about the June 3rd PlayStation 5 reveal event. Grubb commented saying Sony seems cognizant of how players responded to Inside Xbox and will instead try to showcase what is possible rather than general in-engine footage that lacks any real next-gen feel. So this is what he had to say. So then what will Sony show off next week? Expect it to focus on what is possible in next-gen games with the PlayStation 5. The company seems aware of the backlash that Microsoft faced for its first Xbox 2020 event. Fans are unhappy with the lack of gameplay at that presentation. In response, Sony wants to rely on PS5 games that are actually running on real hardware. Now, I just have to make sure to emphasize this here because again, we now have the official date. We know that we're going to be shown a lot. It's going to be an hour long. So again, there's going to be a lot of content there. But what makes this, in my opinion, just next level, why I feel confident and okay and getting next level excited, is what we're going to be shown is the real deal. No smoke and mirrors, no BS, just real, raw gameplay. This is real next gen. And I'm not trying to throw any shade at Microsoft here because we've already talked about that, and I think Microsoft is well aware that they maybe kind of messed up with their first gameplay showcase, and I'm sure that they're taking their own notes and they're going to correct that. But this is where Sony is being smart, and they're realizing, okay, this, what Microsoft did, how they presented this showcase, this is not what people want to see when it comes to next gen. They want to see more tangible content. They want to see the real thing. Don't hide it, right? No in-engine stuff, no stuff that's representative of what you'll see in the final product. Show them the final product or the closest possible thing you can get to that. And this kind of backs up reports of apparently Sony was kind of, I don't know if it was Sony or if it was other publishers, but there were certain publishers backing out because I guess they had planned to originally show their next-gen games, but they wouldn't be able to say, oh, this is actually footage of it running on the PS5 console. They would have to say it's in-engine or it's on PC and it's representative of what we hope to achieve on the PS5. It seems to me, based off of what I'm hearing, that Sony basically said, no, we're not doing that. We already went over the report yesterday that Sony made it clear that they weren't doing any at-home quality reveals, right? This is why they decided to wait so long, and it is a pretty good explanation, in my opinion, where they were like, look, we want to go big or we're going to go home, or we're not going to do it at all, and they decided to wait for that, and now we are on the precipice of that moment. We are right here where they're getting ready to do the first big thing they've really done in a really huge, meaningful way, and it just makes sense that not only are they trying to go big, but they're trying to make it as real and as tangible as they possibly can. And I have to tell you guys, as a gamer, as somebody who is passionate about video games, as somebody who is, as you can tell by this video, clearly very, very excited for the next generation of consoles, that I appreciate that more than anything, and I hope that it does stay true. I hope that hasn't changed. I hope that June 4th, when we watch this event together, we are all blown away because we can turn to each other and say, this is the real thing. This is not smoke and mirrors. This is not representative of what they hope to achieve. No, this is what we're going to experience ourselves come this holiday season. Now, because we had the official announcement of this event, as I told you guys, I plan to do a video which will probably come sometime next week where we're going to go over my most realistic expectations of what games I'm expecting to see there, because there's no doubt that people are going to get their expectations a little bit too high. There's going to be people expecting Sony to reveal literally every single game they plan to release throughout the entirety of next generation. That's not going to happen, but I do still think that it's going to be very big, and so I want to take time later on to give you my honest thoughts, my honest predictions, my most realistic predictions of what we expect. And actually, on my community tab, I asked you guys to do that for me as well, and I will be looking at that for reference, where you can go check it out within the community tab. I asked you guys to leave me your most realistic predictions of what you expect to see at the PlayStation 5 game reveal event. So it'll be an interesting video, but either way, guys, there you go. Official confirmation. We've been waiting so long for this. Again, June 4th, Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, I can't wait. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Again, leave the video a like if you did enjoy it, or if you are hyped. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already. Hit the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.